Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing, Jones. But they'll say it's incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Well, this defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious. He wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now Jones. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Khalif Raymond, his second touchdown on the season. And the Pats on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Yeah, coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2.
Cross button. Triangle button. Cross button. R1 button. Circle button.
Throwing now.
R1 button.
On first down.
R1 button.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
R1 button. Square button. R1 button. R1 button. Circle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Burrow looking to
Square
pass.
button. Circle button. Triangle
Flush to
button.
his right.
Triangle button.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On third down, Burrow. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. Plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
R1 button. R1 button.
Looking to throw again on second down.
R1 button. Square button.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Cross button. R1 button. Triangle button.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there preparing attack, holding him. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Cross button. Square button.
Escaping the pressure
Triangle
right.
button. Triangle button.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Cross button. Triangle button. R1 button. Triangle button.
They will throw on
Triangle
first
button.
down with Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Triangle button. Square button.
Mixon will try the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Triangle button. Square button. Circle button.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack. Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with a dog.
He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
R1 button. Square button. Cross button. Triangle button.
Now it's Burrow.
Circle button. Cross button. Cross button.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Cross button. Square button. Cross button. Triangle button. Cross button.
Now Burrow.
Square button. Square button.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
Triangle button.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd down and goal. Jones. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've they've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Back to throw again. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll walk him back half the distance. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Mixon. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Circle button, triangle button, square button, R1 button, square button.
didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, backed up even further. Now it's Burrow.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes Peppers. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A 71-yard punt return. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Mixon on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Circle button. Cross button. Triangle button. Cross button.
And now they will throw
Cross
it with
button.
Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Here's Taylor. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Burrow throw.
Cross button. R1 button. Triangle
Leading
button.
the pressure right.
Circle
To
button.
Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Off the play fake.
Square
Here's
button.
Burrow.
Triangle button.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. And it's the Texans who have scored to grab the lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now Jones on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet
and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Mick, I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Gun.
They'll try the left side. It's Bates. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's coming. 11. He's coming. 11. Check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bates. Fights through, and now a crease. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Check three.
Mixon with it. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Back to Mixon on second down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Mixon.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
on their side of midfield at the 47.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball in that because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know.